Good day, sir. I am Lair Di Pareni and I'm from Section Onyx. And the thing I chose to represent myself is simply a leaf. So, when I think about what kind of thing could describe me, a leaf really seems a good choice. It's not too flashy or loud, but it's really important to its surroundings. That's kind of like me. I'm not the center of attention, but I like to think I make a difference. So here's why I think a leaf really represents my personality. So first of all, a leaf is subtle but still very important. It doesn't have bright colors or make any noise, but it helps keep everything around it looking nice. That's a lot like me. I don't like being in the spotlight or talking over people. I'm happier just watching what's going on and listening to what people have to say. I like to stay in the background and keep things peaceful. And another thing about a leaf is that it's gentle and soft. When the wind blows, a leaf moves with it but doesn't break. This is how I try to be when I'm around other people. I'm not the type to get into big arguments or make a scene. I'd rather understand what others are feeling and help them if I can. A leaf can offer shade and keep things calm, and I try to do the same with my friends and family. A leaf is also a part of something bigger, like a tree. Even though a leaf is small, it's really important because it helps the whole tree live and grow. It uses sunlight to make food, which keeps the tree healthy. I think I'm a bit like that too. Even though I'm quiet, I try to help my family and friends however I can. I believe that even small acts of kindness can make a big difference. Finally, a leaf has its own life cycle. It starts out small, grows, changes colors, and then eventually falls to the ground, becoming part of the earth again. This reminds me that life is all about change, and that's okay. I try to be okay with changes and think they help me grow as a person. It also reminds me that even though I'm quiet, I still have a place in the world. So, when I also think about my life and the way I interact with people, especially my classmates, it's easy to see how my experiences are like to a leaf. A leaf is quiet, gentle, and doesn't draw much attention to itself. Yet, it plays an important role in the environment. In many ways, that's how I see myself. So here's why. In school, I've always been more of a listener than a talker. I don't feel comfortable speaking out in large groups or drawing attention to myself. Instead, I like to listen to what my classmates say. During group projects, I often find myself sitting quietly, observing how everyone interacts, and I notice things that others might miss. This reminds me of a leaf which quietly observes the world without making a fuss. One time, during a group project back when I'm still at senior high school, I noticed that one of my classmates seemed really nervous. He was stammering a bit and kept looking down at his notes, barely making eye contact with anyone. I could tell he was struggling, so I quietly slid my chair closer to him and whispered that he was doing great. I suggested he take a deep breath and just share his ideas one step at a time. I don't want to embarrass him by drawing attention to his nervousness, so I tried to be as gentle and supportive as possible. He gave me a small smile, and I knew I'd helped him feel a bit more at ease. Another time, We had a new student during our class. She was sitting alone during lunch, looking at her phone and avoiding eye contact with everyone. I could tell she was really out of place, so I went over and sat down next to her. I didn't ask her a lot of questions or try to force her into conversation. Instead, I just told her about some of the cool things we did at school and mentioned a few clubs she might like. I didn't want to overwhelm her, so I kept it simple and let her know she could talk to me if she needed anything. Like a leaf offering shade, I wanted to be a comforting presence without being too pushy. In both of these situations, I felt like a leaf, quiet, gentle, and trying to make others feel comfortable. I know I'm not the loudest person in the room, and that's okay. I think my role is to help create a calming environment where people feel safe to be themselves. By observing, listening, and offering support in my own quiet way, I believe I can make a difference in the lives of my classmates and friends. So, my experiences with my classmates remind me of a leaf's role in nature. I'm not the boldest or most noticeable, but I try to make things a little better for those around me. Like a leaf, I hope I can bring some comfort and calmness to others, helping them grow and thrive in their own way. In the end, a leaf represents me because it's gentle but still important, soft but flexible, and part of something bigger. I might not be the loudest person in the room, but I hope I can bring some peace and beauty to the people around me. I think that's why a leaf is a good symbol for someone who's quiet and soft-hearted like me. Good day, sir. Good day, sir.